So I'm here in New York with CEO of JazzWorld, Aamir Ibrahim, and that might be confusing why we're in New York, but it's all going to make sense. So, Mr. Ibrahim, thank you for taking out time for me. We're here speaking from NYC, where VEON is reporting its latest results and where Kyivstar has recently marked 1 year as a Nasdaq-listed company. But what does that mean for JazzWorld and for Pakistan?
Well, first of all, JazzWorld is part of VEON. It's a 100% owned subsidiary. So any success that VEON celebrates, Jazz has a component to that success. Today, we are here to launch our office here of the Ukrainian business called Kyivstar, this beautiful setting. And you're like, that becomes a source of inspiration for companies like JazzWorld that maybe we should also be here and expand beyond Pakistan. So what we're doing over here is not only cheering for our colleagues in the VEON family, but also taking the script from them on how they actually became the first Ukrainian company to be listed on Nasdaq almost a year ago. 2 days ago, we celebrated our anniversary. The stock's doing well. And I think it's a great story, not only for Kyivstar and for VEON, but also for the people in Ukraine and for the country overall.
So Jazz recently became JazzWorld. What does that transformation mean? And what does it mean to be an intelligent ServiceCo company, especially in Pakistan?
So for the past 32 years, we've been humbly serving the needs of Pakistani customers, whether it was connectivity, whether it was internet, whether it's going to be banking. And we have pivoted in terms of not only our direction, but occasionally also rebranded ourselves. So what started off as Mobilink in 1994 became Jazz in 2017. And very recently, we became JazzWorld because I think as we're expanding, we're no longer a connectivity player. We have Jazz Cash, we have Mobilink Bank. We recently acquired an insurance company. Financial services now account for about 30% of our revenues. We're also the largest video streaming platform in Pakistan. We have one of the largest homegrown apps for self-servicing as an ultra app called Samosa with more than 30 million customers. So we're expanding way beyond connectivity. Jazz is a powerful brand. But I think a lot of people think of Jazz as the mobile connectivity player. And we wanted to actually signal to the market and to our consumers and to our country that we are not only a connectivity player, we are so many more things. We're actually helping improve the lives and livelihoods of people through technology. And what we promise is a better life to all.
Right. And Pakistan has made a lot of development in the digital sector in the past few years. What do you think has been the most important development, and what else can it conquer in that digital frontier in the coming years?
As a country or as a company?
As a country and the company that's leading the digital sector.
Sure. So I think when we look at ourselves, we are at the identity layer, then we are at the connectivity layer, and then we are at the financial transactions layer. And the final layer is going to be the intelligence layer. As you know now, it's more about tokens. It's more about the models. The AI factories are being built around the world. I think they will be built in Pakistan. Last week, the Prime Minister inaugurated Sky 47, which is a sovereign data center in Pakistan. I think the opportunity for companies like us is to partner and to build on the success of these initiatives. Pakistan requires intelligence. I see that Jazz in future will not be selling minutes and messages. It will be selling tokens, and it will be selling inference, and it will be selling intelligence. So the journey and the pivoting is very intentional. We don't want to be left behind compared to the rest of the world. I think we have a little bit of catching up to do, but the new AI reality in the world actually provides us with a new opportunity to leapfrog and to catch up. And I think this is a great opportunity not only for Pakistan, but for players like JazzWorld to make sure that we help project the country forward.
Right. And the Prime Minister has also spoken a lot about Pakistan becoming a cashless economy and being more digital. How is JazzWorld helping in that vision?
Sure. I think this is one of the best initiatives that the Prime Minister has taken upon himself. He champions the meeting on a bi-weekly basis, and he's very intentional about making sure that we kill the gray economy. And cash is the #1 enemy of documentation of the economy. So as Pakistan goes through being lesser documented to being a fully documented economy where we actually know the genesis of every single transaction, we can document it, we can tax it, and we can help increase that tax to GDP ratio of the country. Becoming digital in terms of our payments is something that we should have done, and we're doing it now. Jazz Cash is one of the leading players supporting RAST, which is the payment gateway and the payment rails in Pakistan. So about 80% of all the payments in Pakistan currently happen on JazzCash, whether we have acquired a merchant or somebody using a JazzCash mobile wallet. So we're very committed to support the Prime Minister on this thing. And I think we've got a great position to actually also inspire other companies in Pakistan to join us in this journey.
So I also want to talk about digital inclusion because a lot of times people think going digital and adopting modernity maybe means that some people are getting left out, but actually it sometimes is the other way around because even with the GSMA mobile gender gap report, it seems that mobile internet gender gap has narrowed. So why do you think that's important and how is Jazz World helping um, digital inclusion become an important aspect for Pakistan?
I'll say two things. First of all, I don't know of any country which has progressed if it's left its women behind. So for Pakistan to move forward, the women have to come along with the men to contribute to the economy. That's number one. Secondly, I think that digital and the smartphone specifically is a great equalizer between the rich and the poor, the urban and the suburban, between the male and the female, the educated and the less so. So I think what we have before us is a great opportunity to use our platforms to take those who have been marginalized for decades, for whatever reason, societal, religious, cultural, to give them an opportunity to actually use the tools that we are providing, whether it is opening up a bank account easily, whether it's providing them internet or an affordable smartphone or getting their first mobile phone connection. These are the things that they have so desperately longed for. I'm talking about the women in Pakistan. And Jazz, again, has been very intentional about this thing. We believe that whatever we do has to be for the benefit of Pakistan. And if it has to be for the benefit of Pakistan, you cannot allow the marginalized communities, and it's a majority in Pakistan, that you cannot allow them not to take benefits from the technology. Technology is good and it's great only when it helps everybody. It shouldn't really be an elite catcher.
Right. And you also mentioned AI earlier, but I want to bring the conversation back to that because AI is helping transform economies around the world. Where do we stand and how do we ensure that we don't just adopt AI, but we also become an AI maker or AI shapers as well?
Yeah. I often say that there are going to be three types of countries. There are going to be AI takers, AI makers, and AI shapers. Probably China and the USA are ahead in terms of shaping the narrative, the data centers, the models in the AI factory world. Every country is eventually going to be becoming an AI taker. The opportunity before Pakistan is to become an AI maker. And that basically is, I spoke about Sky 47 and the data centers that we have started building in Pakistan. We should be able to get access to cheaper energy. We have got a lot of solar capacity in Pakistan. You complement that with getting access to chips and compute, and then you create models which are relevant for your context. I think that's the missing part. So, like when you import the cognitive layer from somewhere else, you're outsourcing your intelligence to be scripted by another country, by another model. This is both an opportunity and I think an imperative for Pakistan to make sure that we bring the cognitive layer, the sovereign layer, back in Pakistan so that we bring the thinking, the intelligence, the productivity that we have been looking for to have a context, whether it's a cultural context, whether it's a religious context, whether it's a national context, into the answers that the models and the agents will eventually provide. So I'm very optimistic about what we're doing. The challenge is that this is a space which is moving fast, almost on a daily basis. And we just have to also increase our own speed and our own agility as a country and as a company.
Right. And a lot of people don't know this, but actually Jazz World is doing a lot in terms of not just connectivity, but digital payments, entertainment as well, and then enterprise solutions. And now you're also mentioning AI-enabled services. So how is this integrated model important for customers, especially for everyday Pakistanis?
Yeah. So the customer doesn't really think about in verticals. They don't wake up in the morning and say, well, right, 7 to 7:30, I'm going to use Tamasha, then I'm going to make a call on Jazz, and then I'm going to make a transaction at 12:30. They cut across their lives. That's why our story has been do 1440, do as a digital operator. 1440 is the number of minutes in a day. We want to connect with our customers and we want to be relevant to our customers and we want to serve our customers 1440 minutes of the day. So we don't look at a disaggregated set of services. We have a relationship that goes with the customer throughout their day, and all of our products should seamlessly fit into their life so that they can benefit from what we have to offer.
Right. And coming back to this moment with Kyivstar celebrating its first anniversary as a Nasdaq-listed company, does that also change how you think about JazzWorld and Pakistan and what's possible for companies from Pakistan on a global stage?
Yeah, that's why we named the company JazzWorld, not Jazz Pakistan. I think there are subtle ambitions. We want to go beyond our borders. Whether we become a publicly listed company here in New York or not remains to be seen. But what I can tell you is that we're going to attract the Pakistani diaspora, making sure that all the Pakistanis living in the USA and many other places and countries across the world can transact through JazzCash, can send money back through JazzCash, can make payments through JazzCash in the countries that they're currently living in. They should be able to watch good quality Pakistani television content on Tamasha. They should be able to do all the things and maybe even use Jazz mobile services as a virtual operator. So our ambition certainly goes way beyond the borders of Pakistan. It is for all Pakistanis, whether they're residing in Pakistan or outside of Pakistan.
Right. And I can't help but bring up the fact that Pakistan has gained a lot of global visibility in the last year, especially because of our diplomatic engagements. Do you see that sort of helping the economic engagement as well on ground for Pakistan? Would it attract more investment?
Absolutely. I think Pakistan has now become a diplomatic tiger, and I think the opportunity is right for us to become an economic tiger. And I think this is a God-sent opportunity that we should encash. I know that the government is extremely committed to it. I've been invited to multiple forums where we can contribute in our humble ways, and we will do our part. And I think, as you highlighted, we have gotten visibility because what we have been able to do, accomplish, the sincerity with which we're trying to resolve issues way beyond our own borders has been well received across the world. And I think we need to build on that capital and make sure that it eventually trickles down for us to be a more progressive, more prosperous, and more peaceful country.
Right. And we're also one of the youngest populations in the world. So what advice would you have for the young generation of people who are building the next technical world in Pakistan?
Whether it's technical or less technical, I think the next generation will benefit from being optimistic and not really take no for an answer. So don't wait for the government, don't wait for the employer, don't wait for your parents to inspire you, to motivate you. You've got to have an unhealthy dose of optimism built inside you to go and change the world. And I think if you have that thing, anything is possible.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ayesha. Thank you.